I need to talk about something. I was born with a genetic defect where I have no muscles in my feet, so I can't walk. I've never been able to walk. And then I read about Marvin Bernstein. Yeah, Marvin Bernstein, one of the most unrecognized figures in American history, world history at that. This guy's amazing. And I think the Make a Dream Come True Foundation, before I die, for my foot ailment, I want to meet Marvin Bernstein. I mean, Marvin Bernstein is like, if you were to take Jesus and you were to cut his hair down and maybe give him about 100 extra pounds,
yeah,
and he was like, that's
Marvin. But after the blood goes away,
stigmata.
Cool. Hey, what's going on here? Hold on, baby, I gotta call you back.
What are you doing, Pat? I'm trying to film something so the Make a Dream Foundation will put me in contact with Marvin Bernstein.
Well, I'm trying to talk to my girlfriend in the bedroom and trying to explain. Wait, would you say Marvin Bernstein?
I said Marvin Bernstein.
I want in on this.
This is my brother Pat, and he's a big fan of Marvin too. He's actually
I'm bigger than the big fan of Marvin Bernstein. It's kind of a serious problem.
Would you put on some clothes for Christ's sake?
Sorry. This kid is a nightmare. Day in, day out. Cries. Because he can't move. He's got to crawl. And half the time he doesn't even want to do that. You know why? Because he has no motivation until Marvin Bernstein came into the picture.
I'm a wimp. Okay?
Hey, these eggs aren't going to eat themselves.
Can you please help me get over there?
Hey, I tell you, if you want your eggs, you're going to have to come up and get them yourself.
I can't even move.
Hey, you know what? You got to work for this, okay? Hey, what would Marvin do? What would Marvin say?
Marvin would crawl his way to victory.
Exactly.
Marvin would get the eggs.
Marvin would get the eggs.
Marvin would get the fucking eggs.
Marvin's hungry. Just like you. You come and get him.
Marvin Bernstein.
Marvin Bernstein. Marvin Bernstein. You
fuck that talk. Oh. Little known fact. Marvin Bernstein created Cool Whip.
Little known fact. Mr. Marvin Bernstein created Light. Little known fact. The sitcom Friends is based off Marvin Bernstein's life.
He's Chandler.
Little known fact about Marvin Bernstein. Marvin Bernstein was scheduled to speak at the Million Man March. He had the wrong address.
Little known fact. Marvin Bernstein actually created The Simpsons.
Little known fact. Marvin Bernstein holds the cure for AIDS. He holds it in his pocket, waiting for the right time. Little known fact. If you don't read Tim a Marvin Bernstein story before he goes to bed, he will definitely wet his pants while he sleeps.
True. True.
And that's how Marvin Bernstein invented Christmas.
Where would you be without Marvin? Where would any of us be? I know. Don't even
Where's the spoons?
Spoons are in the second drawer. You lived here for 5 years. You know where the spoons are.
There's no spoons in there. There's forks and knives.
Well, you've been putting them in the wrong area then.
Don't talk to me like that.
Why don't you shut up?
How would Marvin Bernstein talk to you?
Marvin Bernstein would talk to me with respect.
You're right. I'm sorry.
Thank
I apologize.
See?
Found a spoon.
Marvin settles all ailments, all disputes. What do you think better? Marvin Bernstein or George Jefferson?
Do you think Marvin talks with his gum in his mouth?
Yep. He was in Teen Beat magazine. He also likes pizza and Kirk Cameron. That's great.
I remember I was at a party, Marvin Bernstein happened to show up. And we bet him to drink a vat of poison.
Poison.
A whole vat of poison. He one-upped us. He drank the vat of poison and took a whole bottle of cyanide.
That's poison.
You're ruining my story. Anyways, he did. He drank a whole vat of poison. And he downed a whole bottle of cyanide. And you know what he did? He said, "See you later, boys. I'm gonna go get laid."
Anyway, I'm just saying that my life is tough, and I probably have like a year at the most before I die.
You have foot problems, not a heart problem. God damn it, you're so dramatic.
Okay, so you don't want to meet Marvin? Because the only way we're going to meet him is if I'm in a dying condition.
He's dying.
I'm dying. In conclusion, to Make a Dream Come True Foundation, I and my brother want me to get better so he doesn't have to drag me around anymore. But if I die, I mean when I die.
And you will die.
I'm going to die. I will. I'm going to die.
Unless Marvin Bernstein lets you drink his blood.
What the fuck? In conclusion, Make a Dream Foundation should make my dream come true of meeting Marvin Bernstein. And let my brother come along for a 5-night, all expenses paid trip to New York City to stay at the Waldorf Astoria, all meals included, with tickets to see Cats. Oh, that's not open anymore. What do you want to see?
How would you want to go see Cats?
In conclusion, Make a Dream Foundation should make my dream come true of meeting Marvin Bernstein. Because before I die, and I will die, of my foot ailment, I need to meet him.
I'm giving him a couple months.
Maybe a week. I don't know. The doctors don't know. No one knows. Not having muscles in your feet is weird.
And the only cure is
Marvin Bernstein.
the saliva of Marvin Bernstein.
What the hell? Where did you get that from? In conclusion, Make a Dream Foundation should make my dream come true of meeting Marvin Bernstein, because my ailment of having no muscles in my feet will make me die soon. And I don't think that...
We're all betting in the next few weeks.
Like at least 2 or 3. I don't think Make a Dream Foundation wants that blood on their hands. I know Marvin doesn't. I know Marvin's searching for me and my brother. I think you should let my brother come. All expenses paid trip, flight, and hotel to Waldorf Astoria. 5 nights there at least, with tickets to major Broadway shows, plus some free ride to the Statue of Liberty, and maybe dinner, Wolfgang Puck's restaurant, just to meet Marvin.
A day with Spider-Man would be great, but I'm not asking for much.
Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door.
Heaven's door.
Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door.
The fucking door.
Marvin, let us in, let us in.
Marvin waiting at the door.
Open it up and let us in.
Marvin has a sack for us.
Knock, knock, knocking on Marvin's door.
Marvin's door. It's fucking Marvin's door.
Knock, knock, knocking on Marvin's door.
It's fucking Marvin's door. Don't forget that's Marvin's door.
Help me fix my feet and give me a wheelchair.
I got a fucking place to go with my mom.
I think... What?